Welcome to Stitching with Cindy Botts. Today I want to talk about making removable color covers for pillows and for seat cushions. You use the exact same technique to make a pillow or a seat cushion cover that you can take off when it gets soiled, or if you want to change it for the holidays. Be cool to make some like Buffalo Bills ones for a time when you're having a Buffalo Bills game party or a birthday party. You could make some that have, a little balloon pattern or something on them. So let me show you how. This is my pillow that we're going to talk about first. Now, in one of my other tutorials, I talked about how you could use your crumb pieces to make 5-inch blocks. All I did here was take all those 5-inch blocks, sew them together to make a long 7x4 piece of fabric. All right, so you don't have to do that. You can just use a large rectangle piece of fabric. Let me just remove the pillow from the casing here, and I will show you the pillow cover. So here's the pillow cover without the pillow inside, and you can see that it just slips inside there, and then this folds over to make the back. All right, so if I were to do it again, I think I would make the fold over a little bit larger, but I really didn't want to make another whole set of the patches. It does meet in the back, so even when there's a pillow in there, there's no real gap, so it's fine. If there was a little gap and that bothered me, I could take and put a little piece of Velcro here and here. So once the pillow's in there, just press the Velcro together, and that would keep that closure shut and not gap. Okay? So let's figure out how to do this. So again, you can do this with just one piece of fabric, which is what I have here. I have this really cute Christmas gingerbread fabric, and what I want to do with it is make a cover for my seat cushions for my kitchen chairs. Now, kitchen chairs take a little bit of beading. This way, if you make the covers, you can change them out, for holidays, for different occasions, and you can just wash them. All right. So the first thing you need to do is find the fabric that you want and lay it on the material. Now, if you want to measure the cushion using a tape measure around it, you can do it that way to find your measurements. I find it much easier just to get the fabric out, lay it on there, and see what I'm dealing with. Okay, so you want the fabric long enough so that it'll come to the middle and pass the middle by 3 or 4 inches minimum. Okay, so just lay that on there, covering that up. All right, now see how it comes across, and then that will be your closure on the back. Okay, after you cut it, after you get the size, then just fold back a piece of it and sew it down so you have a nice finished edge. Before I sew this, I think I'm going to fold it back one more time just so that I don't have this part right there in your face, and it does prevent a little more raveling. Okay, so to figure out how to cut your material, again, you want a good cover over, okay, especially if it's going to be sat on. Now, you don't want it to be tight. Okay, you want it so that when people sit on it and it squishes out, that you have some expanding room in it. Okay, so then just look at the width. You're going to want enough width for it to come up and to be sewn on both sides. Okay, and that's how I choose where to cut it. Now, I like a little extra room on the sides, so again, I want extra room on the sides so that it's not tight in there. What I have found is that if I make it extra baggy, it only takes a second to, on that inside seam, make that inside seam a little wider. Okay, so that's all you do is you take these points together and cut it at your width and at your length. Now, for this chair piece, it actually was with a fabric that I used. So you're going to want to put the cushion on top of the right side of the fabric. When you have it ready to sew together, again, lay those pieces over so that they cross in the middle with a good crossing. Now this again is the wrong side facing up. The two right sides you want facing together here. All right, and establish where you want that. Pin it, clip it right there. I'm going to set you down for just a second while I put a couple clips in here. Clip and clip, so that you'll see in just a second what I'm talking about. You know, I do all my recording by phone, and sometimes it gets a little frustrating. I need an extra set of hands. All right, so there you go. Just sew back that raw edge. Again, I'm going to flip mine over one more time, and then I have, you know, a French seam that'll really not fray at all. Okay, and then just sew this down together. All right, I would put a little extra back stitching here where there's going to be a pull, and there you have it, a nice slip cover for your kitchen chairs. Now, if you like to have a tie on it, that's not a big deal. Once you're done making the chair, just go ahead and make a strap like we've done in other videos. Take that 4-inch piece of material, fold it to the center, press it, fold it again so that they're a quarter, press it, okay, press it again, sew that down. Before you sew that down, I would consider folding over the end so you don't have a raw edge. Fold that down and sew that up, and then just sew that onto the corners or the middle or wherever your ties were originally on your cushion chairs. Okay, you make your own little tie backs. All right, happy sewing. Please subscribe and like my channel. Appreciate you coming by. Have a great day.